Hello, my name is Gabrielle Bonini, and I am with Group 10, rebutting Group 4's Ruidoso plane crash. So some of the things that I have to talk about are the fact that palynology in and of itself is something that is not used near as often as it probably should be. Um, this being said, the field itself is studied and understood. It's just the rare implementation of it that I believe can cause some issues because we don't know the margin of error. Um, Implementing palynology to crime scenes and evidence, since it's not nearly done as often as fingerprint or DNA or trace or anything like that, how do we know the accuracy of the palynology when used in reference to evidence for a crime scene? And then there's also the issue of transfer of pollen after the crime scene interaction, which can skew your evidence a lot. It can tell you where somebody's been after they left the crime scene, which is really cool, but it can mean that what you're getting on that piece of evidence or clothing or car or whatever, it could be skewed, and then your final result's not going to be 100% accurate because there's a mixture of other things where people have been since the crime scene to be able to fully understand the evidence as and fully isolate the evidence as it's given to you. And then when it comes to the plane crash, there are other questions like my partner Emily had brought up about intermediate locations. Could that plane have been stored somewhere else, just like some of the evidence in a case could have been found somewhere else? And then again, another one of the issues is the implementation of the evidence. Implementation of the study of palynology to evidence. How are we knowing that even though the science is there, it's proven, but how do we know that when looking at evidence, I understand that you're looking at the same thing most times, but the pollen that's found on evidence could have been found anywhere else. It could not be related to the crime at all, because most things have pollen if they've been anywhere outside for any length of time. Your car is covered in pollen. Your shoes will cover in pollen if you walk through the grass. So when it comes to pollen, I feel like there's an overabundance that can cause a lot of issues when it comes to working pollen evidence in a crime scene.